This is Naples. At dawn that morning, we started moving out, but nobody knew where we were headed. There were the usual rumors, and a lot of guys thought we were going up to Cassino, where the Allies and Germans were locked in a stalemate. But one look at the docks told us we certainly weren't headed inland. We were joining up with the Navy again, and under sealed orders. On a dock, while the barges were being loaded, we waited. Just as we had waited that day in England before sailing for Africa, and waited on the beaches there before embarking for Sicily, then on to Italy. Yeah, waiting to load was nothing new to us. But there was still that current of quiet excitement. Everybody wondering what kind of a show we were headed for this time. Finally, we started moving out of what was once one of the most beautiful harbors in the world. None of us was very interested in the scenery. I bet there wasn't a guy on those ships who looked twice at the convoy strung across the Mediterranean. And you've got to admit it was quite a sight. We were all waiting to be told the plans. The guy kind of likes to know where his next foxhole is going to be located. A couple of hours out, they told us. We were pulling a sneak. We were hitting behind the German lines. The point of attack, a little town called Anzio. There was no special excitement. But in the back of all our minds was the thought that maybe we might be in for a surprise instead of the Germans. At 2 a.m., we started going in at Anzio. Not a shot was fired at us. By dawn, when these pictures were taken, we were shoving the tanks and trucks and guns and ourselves ashore. We all knew it was just a question of time before the Luftwaffe paid us a visit, and they didn't disappoint us. First, they went after the ships in the harbor. The Nazis made it sort of hot for us, all right. But we kept on unloading and went on into Anzio. That little bird never knew what hit it. Compared to some other landings, this one wasn't too tough. But it was no picnic for a lot of good guys who went in with us but didn't get very far. Material on that beachhead was pretty precious, which sort of explains why that guy doesn't mind a little heat trying to pull that burning duck away from the others. There was a lot of gas and live ammunition in that tractor. Things went pretty well for us those first few days. The mine boys set to work clearing the fields, and all the time back at the beach, equipment was being poured ashore from the barges. The Germans didn't have many troops around Anzio, but they sure left plenty of concealed calling cards. We were used to the big teller mines, but those little plastic buggers, which don't register on our mine detectors, we didn't like at all. But minefields and a few bombs didn't stop us.